changed everything. A journey through life's big questions. Imagine this. It's a quiet evening, the kind where the world feels still, and you're sitting by a window staring at the stars. Suddenly, a question hits you out of nowhere. Why am I here? Not just in this room, but in life. What's the point of it all? If that's ever happened to you, congratulations. You've just stumbled into the wild, mind-bending world of philosophy. Today, we're diving deep into philosophy explained simply, unpacking the meaning of life and taking a journey with the great philosophers who dared to ask the big questions. Stick around. This might just change how you see everything. Let's start with a story. Picture a guy named Alex, your average 20-something scrolling through life, chasing deadlines and binge-watching shows. One day, he finds an old, dusty book in his attic. It's called Meditations by a Roman emperor named Marcus Aurelius. Curious, Alex flips it open and reads, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Boom. That one line stops him cold. For the first time, he wonders, what if I've been looking at life all wrong? That's the magic of philosophy. It's not just dusty old books. It's a wake-up call to rethink everything. So what is philosophy anyway? At its core, it's the art of asking why and how about the stuff we usually take for granted. Why do we exist? How should we live? What's the meaning of life? These aren't just questions for bearded guys in togas. They're for you, me, and Alex up in his attic. Philosophy isn't about having all the answers. It's about wrestling with the questions. And trust me, once you start, it's hard to stop. Let's rewind to ancient Greece, where this whole thing kicked off. Meet Socrates. He's the OG of philosophical ideas. Picture him strolling through Athens, barefoot, pestering people with questions like, what's justice? What's truth? He didn't write anything down, but he annoyed so many people that his student Plato did it for him. Socrates had this wild idea. The unexamined life isn't worth living. Think about that. When's the last time you stopped to examine your life? That's Socrates knocking on your door, daring you to dig deeper. Then there's my personal favorite, a French guy named René Descartes. Fast forward to the 1600s. He's sitting by a fire, doubting everything. Everything. The sky, the chair, even his own hands. He's like, what if this is all a dream? Sound familiar? Maybe you've had that late-night spiral too. But here's where it gets good. Descartes lands on one unshakable truth. I think, therefore I am. If he's doubting, he must exist to doubt. Mind. Blown. That's philosophy at work, taking you from chaos to clarity in one sentence. Okay, but what about today? How does this help Alex, or you, in 2025? Let's go back to our guy. After reading Marcus Aurelius, Alex starts small. He stops stressing about his annoying boss and focuses on what he can control, his reactions, his choices. Suddenly, life feels less like a treadmill and more like a puzzle worth solving. That's the practical side of philosophical ideas. They're not just for debates, they're tools to navigate the mess of being human. So here's the big takeaway. Philosophy isn't some distant, boring subject. It's a living, breathing way to wrestle with life's mysteries. Want to explore more? Drop a comment with your big question. What's the one thing you've always wondered about? The meaning of life? Free will? Happiness? Let's unpack it together. And if you're loving this dive into Philosophy Explained, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more stories from the great philosophers coming your way. Back to that starry night by the window. Maybe the point isn't to solve life's mysteries, but to embrace them. As the poet Rainer Maria Rilke once said, "Love the questions." So what's your question? Until next time, keep wondering, and I'll see you in the next video.